Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Jay Lippman Live. So happy to see you. Happy Wednesday. Still no baby, so we are here. We are here, impatiently waiting. It's Anyway, welcome to Jay Lippman Live. If you're new here, new to the channel, my name's Jay. Nice to meet you. I love video editing, and that's exactly why we're here. I love talking about video editing. I love helping people become better video editors. So if you have any questions about the video editing process, make sure that you pop them in the chat. I will be going I will be reading the chat throughout the stream and answering your questions. Having a hard time talking today. If you have a question that you want to make sure I don't miss, there is a link in the description of this stream. It will take you to a form, and I'll be going through that form about halfway through the stream or so. And then if you have a question that you really want answered immediately, or you just feel like supporting the channel, super chats are always welcome, and any questions that come along with a super chat do get answered first. So with that being said, let's hop into the chat and say hi to some folks. We have got Fatunla, I think that's how you say it. Hello, thank you for waiting patiently since 1:39. Oh my god. DK Paddler, what's going on? The Electronomer, hey, what's going on? How are you? Organic Gardening in North Carolina. Hello, Dave. Good to see you. Matt Jackson, what's up, my dude? How are you? Ardo, what's going on? Let's see. Oh, Fatuna's from Nigeria. Nice. Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Dave says, I was going to ask... Oh, here we go. Here we go. What is that? I was going to ask you why my Davinci wasn't working, but I deleted it and reinstalled it. Then I figured out that my grandkids got some food on my keyboard and the Alt key was jammed. Oh, that is the worst. That is the worst ever. Oh my God. Techno Hour. Hello. What's going on, Jim? Jim Robinson. Hello, sir. Jim and I had a lovely conversation via the comments on my videos about, what was it? It was about having maybe like graphic effects, like fusion compositions and stuff like that be actually clickable in a video, which I think I may have figured out a way to sort of kind of have that happen. So I'll be trying that in a future video. But yeah, it was a really good conversation. Arian, hello. Arian's currently in the bedroom, also patiently waiting, designing thank you cards from the baby sprinkle, and waiting also very much more impatiently than me for this baby to arrive. So it's we're all ready. We're ready. I feel like there's still a ton of stuff to do. There is still a ton of stuff to do. But we're ready for this baby to come. Wrestler Mania, what's going on? Hello, my friend. Well, what do you know? It's a Lippman. Awesome. On another break at work. Great to see you. Thank you, sir. Great to see you too. Have a great stream. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy yourself while you are here. So let's talk about what's going on. If you guys missed my last video, which was put out on Monday, I've already forgotten what it's about, but you should go check it out. I seriously have forgotten what it was about. What was my last video about? Can somebody please tell me? Because I honestly cannot, for the life of me, remember. Oh, it was all about Fusion. I was just talking about it with Jim. It's all about how to use Fusion templates, not only how to import them and use them, but also how to save them in a way so that you never have to import them again. They will always just be there in Davinci Resolve waiting for you to use them. So really helpful if you are just getting started in Fusion and you want kind of an easy way to get acquainted with everything. You've got like pre-built templates and you bring them in. It's got all the nodes. You can kind of click through them, figure out what each node does. And then there's a few different ways that you can save them. 2 ways that you can save them so that you can make it so only a couple things are editable. It's really clean layout, really easy to understand. And then there's a way that you can save them so that they will have all the nodes available every time. So You should check that out if you're interested in getting a little bit more involved in the Fusion page. It's kind of how I got acquainted with it and became more comfortable with it. I'm still learning the Fusion page, but there it is. So that was Monday's video. This coming Monday, we're kind of doing a sort of a what's in my camera bag, but like the digital version. So I did my studio tour earlier this year where I showed you guys like all of the gear that I use to make my videos. And, you know, the gear is really only half of the equation, not even half of the equation, but there's like a whole other thing, right? There's like software and there's websites where I go to get assets and stuff like that. And you just like, I've never really shown everything that I use in order to make my videos, manage the entire process and all that stuff. So this coming Monday, I'm peeling back the curtain on the computer side of things. I'm going to show you all of the software I use, all of the websites I go to get assets, all of the things I use to like manage the whole YouTube side of things. So I'm peeling back the curtain, giving you guys a peek behind the scenes at like everything that I use. So if you're interested in that, that's coming out Monday. Let's see here. Frank talking. What's going on? Evening, bit tired. Just finished work this morning and I'm in zombie mode till I reboot. I know that feeling. I know that feeling very, very well. Hey, Lewis Cox, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. So, guys, I am here to answer your questions about video editing, whether it be about, you know, Davinci Resolve or video editing in general. So if you have any questions, make sure you pop them into the chat. Yeah, pop them in the chat and I will be here to answer them till at least 3 o'clock. Gaming Dreamer, what's going on? Has a great question, not about video editing, but we do have a question. I heard streaming on YouTube is a bad idea. It messes with the algorithm. It used to. That used to be the case 100%, and it can kind of screw with your analytics a little bit, but YouTube has gotten a lot better at separating the data between streaming and produced videos. So it's not as big of a deal as it used to be, and it's really the effect that it has on the algorithm is negligible, if at all. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Jim Robinson says, Mike sounds great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Lewis Cox asks, when did you get that mic? A couple weeks ago. Last week was the first week that I used it on this stream. This is the Shure SM7B. I've been using this mic, this model of mic since my recording studio days, and I absolutely love it. And so I got one of my very own, and I absolutely love it. So, let's see. Electronomer says, yep, I'm not 100% sure about streaming on YouTube. Don't know too much about it. Yeah, it hasn't hurt me at all. One thing that I do, to kind of help things along is I only leave these streams public for 24 hours. They automatically get put into unlisted. So at 3 p.m. tomorrow, this stream will become unlisted. Unless, of course, I have a guest on the stream or it's a stream about a specific topic. Like I did a sponsored stream not too long ago where I did like live training on the Acusonus Era 5 bundle, and that one is still public. And then a few weeks ago, I had Matt Bach from Puget Systems, who every time I mention his name, he seems to show up in my stream. So we'll see if that happens today. But I interviewed him on the channel, and that stream is still live. But other than that, if it's just a Q&A stream like this, I tend to unlist them after 24 hours because the one thing that does happen is with a purely Q&A stream, people tend not to watch an hour's worth of just regular old Q&A and bantering with the chat. It's not something people want to stick around for. So what I do is I unlist them. So there you go. Hey, I have no idea how to pronounce your name. Jaxinger. Yeah. Hello. I'm going to call you Block. Cause I can pronounce that part. Hey, what's going on? Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Here's a good question from V's. Does the studio version of Davinci run the Fusion page with GPU, or will it always run with CPU? It will pretty much, it's always going to be more CPU intensive. There are some GPU accelerated effects that you can put in to a Fusion composition, but for the most part, it's CPU. It's mostly CPU. Let's see here. Here we go. Vishwajit. Please make Zach King-like video, please. Would you guys like to see some Zach King stuff? I know Daniel Batal did a few of those in Filmora. Billy Ribka did a couple on his channel for Davinci Resolve. If you guys would like to see me do some, just let me know. If there's a big enough interest in it, I'll put some stuff together. It's really just about cutting at the right time. So yeah, that's not a big deal. Lewis Cox again. When did you start using Davinci? I think by my own calculations, which are typically off by several months, I'm thinking about 2 years ago is when I started using Davinci Resolve. I don't know. It was shortly after Premiere Pro 2019 came out. So that would be about 2 years ago, because the 2019 just did not agree with my computer at all. So I switched to Davinci Resolve. Let's see here. When you look to the camera, what do you focus on? I tend to feel like I am cross-eyed trying to talk into a camera. I heard of people putting a monitor on a teleprompter so they look into the lens. I just look into the lens. That's all I do. I don't even use the teleprompter anymore. I have it. Where is it? Oh, back here. Yep. This is the Padcaster Parrot 2. I still have it. But I got some feedback, some constructive feedback from somebody who I really, really admire when it comes to filmmaking and making YouTube videos. And they said there was like a definite lack of personality when I was using the teleprompter. So I went back to just using talking points, not using a teleprompter, and we went from there. So, yeah. But yeah, I just look at the lens. Sometimes I feel like I'm going cross-eyed too, though. I do let my eyes wander every now and then. Like, I have my monitor mounted right up here. So sometimes I'll glance up, or if I have my talking points, or something up on my monitor that I'm using in the video, then sometimes I'll glance over there. But for the most part, I'm just looking at the lens. Wrestler Mania question: how do you feel about using cheater sites like Videos to do graphic-based intros, etc., to augment your videos? It seems to have lifted my channel to another level. I'm assuming by that you mean like places that'll make like the graphic intros and stuff. Look, there seems to be, I talked about this in a video not too long ago, but there seems to be this, especially when it comes to like filmmaking or really any creative art whatsoever, where people tend to think that auto anything is bad. Like, you shouldn't use automatic anything. I wholeheartedly disagree with that. I think tools are there and they're meant to be used. So if you find use in a tool and it helps improve your videos and you like it, then use it. I have no opinion whatsoever other than the fact that if you like it, you should use it. So there you go. East County Rider, what's going on? Why not just watch Zach King? There you go. That's a good question. I'm trying to learn Fusion, but don't have the studio version. You don't really need the studio version to learn Fusion. I started learning Fusion in the free version, so you should be good. Here we go. What we got? Do you think it's important to upload YouTube videos in 4K? I find with my 1080p 24 frame per second video quality, but do you think YouTube algorithm wants 4K video? Should I upscale it? It has nothing to do with the algorithm. It has everything to do with compression. The algorithm doesn't favor 4K over 1080p, as far as I know. But there is, the compression on 1080p is so much worse than it is on 4K. So I would always suggest uploading in 4K. But that's just me. So even when I was shooting in 1080p, I was uploading in 4K. So yeah, I would personally upscale it, but it's really up to you. So, there we go. Where can I get text-based graphics, either lower third or center of screen? Something tasteful and graphically stunning. Well, if you're using Davinci Resolve, there's a bunch built in. Other than that, I would go, I use Motion Array, which is a monthly subscription. I would check out Mixkit, which is free. They've got some stuff on there. Motion Elements it's not a subscription, but you do have to pay per template. So, yeah, so that's that. My Davinci program doesn't open movies for more than 1 hour. What could be the reason for this? If you're on the free version, that might be why. I can't remember if the free version has a limit to how long a video can be, but that might be it. Oh, to put your face on the teleprompter. Okay. Yeah, I haven't done that. I have heard about that. Also using it for Zoom calls. I haven't done that because I can't get the monitor that I have. I don't think my teleprompter will work with it. I should try that out actually. But, if it does work, then 100%. I mean, that could definitely work. It would allow you to kind of make eye contact with yourself. But I don't know. I've gotten used to just looking at a lens. Plus I can kind of sort of see my reflection in the lens. So we're pretty good there. Let's see. Time to talk with Yevgen. Greetings, Jay. Came over to say hello and my appreciation for what you do. Greetings from Ukraine. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Please make tutorials on editing video games, montages like video. Honestly, there's not much I could do on a tutorial there. A lot of people have asked me to do like, gaming video tutorials and stuff like that. And there's nothing, like, every kind of video you have really comes down to the emotion and the story that you want to tell and learning how to cut footage in order to tell that story and convey that emotion. It has nothing to do with really the type of video so it's really hard. Like, I have no idea what I would say in a video like that. Cause I've never edited a gaming video, or anything. So yeah, sorry. I just don't know what I would do. Cause like, as far as I'm more of a narrative, editor, and it really just comes down to kind of learning the different types of cuts, learning, when to cut and when not to cut. And you can find all kinds of information on my channel. I've got a bunch of tutorials about that stuff. Not necessarily just like Davinci Resolve tutorials, but tutorials on just general video editing stuff, that would help you out. So. Oh, look at that. Lewis Cox. Nice camera, by the way. I'm surprised it looks so good during streaming. Actually, this is not the camera itself. The camera I've been using for about 5-6 months. This is the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K. But I did something a couple days ago where I, shot some footage and I graded the footage in Davinci Resolve, created a LUT, and then I put that LUT on the camera. So right now what you're seeing, I'll show you, like if I there's a button I can hit on my camera to turn this LUT off. Give me a second. And this is just the log profile on my camera. So when I click that button, it turns that custom LUT on, and that's what you're seeing. So yeah, this whole, what you're looking at was completely created in Davinci Resolve. This is actually how this LUT was based off of how I grade my videos normally. So. I'm just chilling with my underpowered Core i3 600 or 6006U. Wow, 2 cores and 4 threads at only 2 gigahertz. Wow. Hey, look, if you can do what you got to do, then with that, then there you go. Let's see. Have you ever used 2 delta keyers on a clip to remove 2 different colors? I have not, just because I haven't run into that situation, but I know I could. So, yeah, but no, I haven't. I'm Uzbek. Nice. That's not cheating. They're cool. Yes. Let's see. All right. I currently make social media ads with Filmora X for Navy recruiting. I realized that when I... Wow. I realize what I want to do when I retire is videography. Is there a best practice to learn the art of it, sites or schools? There are so many options when it comes to that. You could go to traditional film school. I know some people who have done that, and some people think that the experience was invaluable, and others think it was a waste of time. There's also sites like Skillshare, where you can just find classes on just about anything. I would probably start there. One, it's going to cost a lot less than film school, and 2, you're going to learn from people who know what they're doing. Man, sorry, that was weird. Yeah, so I would start with something like Skillshare or Masterclass, any like learning platforms. Skillshare and Masterclass are probably the 2 that you really want to focus on. That's where you're going to find the most help. Also, the Moment Film School, they have a lot of classes on their website. So yeah, there's a ton of options out there. Let's see here. The auto color grade is actually impressive. I agree. Oh, you're talking about in Davinci Resolve? Yeah, it can definitely work. It works as a great starting point. Wait, what is this? I need tips on how to shoot an unboxing with 5 dudes in the video. I've got a paid gig for an unboxing. Playmobil and Walmart want us to unbox their new toy VW bus and Beetle. Oh man. 5 people. I'll have to think about that. Make sure to like hit me up, DM me or something, and I'll try and come up with an idea. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Let's see here. By the way, the video you made on duplicating yourself, and I use it so much. Awesome. Awesome. Here we go. Oh, see you later, Wrestler Mania. You're probably long gone because it's like 10 minutes after you sent that message. What brand of phone do you use? iPhone or Samsung? I have the Samsung Note 9. Pretty soon I will be getting the Galaxy S21 Ultra, but currently, I currently have the Note 9. I am Samsung all the way. This tablet here is the Galaxy Tab S6. I have the Galaxy Watch Active 2. Although I need to get a new band. If anybody has this watch, I need good band recommendations. This band, it irritates my skin. It rubs against it, and I got really, really sensitive skin, so like I get like really bad dry patches right here. So if you guys have any band suggestions for this watch, I'm all ears. I'm definitely looking for something. Let's see here. New comments. Yay, I love new comments. I don't have a gaming channel. I do skits. Ooh, skits are fun. Skits, like, are they comedy skits? Because, like, I've been obsessed with Julie Nolke and Ryan George. Like, I watch them all the time. because I love that kind of stuff. Let's see here. Here we go. East County Rider. I have a 2020 iMac 5K i7 core with 8 gigabytes of RAM. I'm going to upgrade the RAM to 64 gigs for Resolve. I'll be at the minimum system specs for processor, above for RAM, and recommended graphics. Does that work? That should work. You may struggle a little bit if you're at the minimum system specs for the processor, but you should be good with 64 gigs of RAM and the recommended graphics. The problem you'll probably run into the most is GPU memory full. If you're right at the minimum for graphics, but you should be good. So. I'm just seeing the comments of me showing you guys the log profile on my camera. Yeah, it's that's what I do. This was all graded. Everything you're looking at right now is graded in Davinci Resolve. It's Josh Haynes. Hello, sir. Josh, I see you're doing a collaboration with our good friend Mr. Sterling. And we have not scheduled our collaboration yet, and I'm offended. But I am about to have a baby, so that's still gonna have to wait. Oh man, that's sexy mic though. Love the SM7B. I am loving this mic so much. CDF Films asks, what do you think of Daniel Schiffer? He's great, man. He's super talented. I love his B-roll sequence style and all the match cuts and transitions and stuff. He's a super talented guy. What that guy can do with the camera and some editing software is incredible. Excuse me. Let's see. Jay Lippman, what's your feelings on graphic intros on YouTube? Some say short as possible. Some are doing literally 2-second logos. Your thought? I think short as possible personally. Those longer intros, unless you have a dedicated audience that will watch through those intros just to get to the content, I think you should keep them as short as possible. You have a very limited amount of time to capture your audience's attention on YouTube, right? Like they want to get in, they want you, basically what you have to do within the first, say, 30 seconds or so is, one, confirm that they're watching the video that they're expecting to watch, and two, hook them in so that they keep watching through it. An intro, while it may look cool, and I know this from personal experience because I used to have one, they may look cool, but you might lose. Like you should have seen my analytics when I had those intros. It would just drop. I would hit that intro and people would just leave the video. So I say no intro or short intro. Let's see here. I really like your insights on using different formats for different cameras. It brought peace to me. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad I could help. What is the main cause for getting the GPU memory full message? Having too many, well, there's a lot of things. If you're using a lot of GPU accelerated effects, that takes up GPU memory. If you have a ton of correctors on your in the color page, that could do it. There's a lot of things. Basically, the more you use your GPU, the more you use GPU accelerated effects or things that require GPU usage in Davinci Resolve, the more your memory is going to fill up. And if you have too much, then you'll fill up your GPU memory. Hey, East County Rider, thank you so much for the super chat. East County Rider says, thank you for answering about the computer. I'm making the jump to Resolve as soon as the RAM upgrade gets here tomorrow. Subscribe to your channel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's my pleasure. And yeah, feel free to hit me up. I'm available via Twitter, some kind of sort of Instagram DM, but I'm horrible at checking that. I'm afraid to check that right now because I probably got 20 people trying to get a hold of me. But yeah, really on here or on Twitter or the Discord server. I've got my own Discord server that's linked below if you want to hang out with not just me, but the community, and get to know people and get help with what you're doing. I had 48 hours to come up with a title for that collab. Oh my God. Yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you. I hate the intros with the awful dubstep and it's playing for like a whole minute. It's so freaking annoying. You know, I'm not a huge fan of the intros either. I'm cool with like a quick logo thing, but like a big long intro, no thanks. Let's see here. Would the Core i7-10750H be enough for Resolve? It has 6 cores and 12 threads with a base frequency of 2.6 gigahertz and turbo of 5 gigahertz. Not sure if this is a good CPU to go for in the future. I'm not 100% sure because I'm not a huge computer guy. Case in point, I had somebody else build my computer for me. So if you want to know what would work well with Resolve and what wouldn't, I would go to Puget Systems. They have a blog where they do like a lot of benchmark testing for a lot of different stuff. And they'll tell you like the best stuff to use for Davinci Resolve, Premiere Pro, After Effects, and all that stuff. So, but off the top of my head, I would say that's probably good enough for Resolve, but I don't know for sure. Hey, Mr. Miles, you're here. I think with all that said, the 2-second logo with bass drop, reverb, impact sound will work then. Yeah, probably. Jason Lorette, what's going on? CD Films. Have you ever made an ad for a business/product? No. Strangely enough, that is a step that I have completely avoided so far. I have done a lot of like little like YouTube projects, helping people with videos for their YouTube channel. I do a lot of audio only work. And I have edited a TV show that is yet to air, but I have actually never done an ad for a business, which is weird, right? That sounds weird, but yeah, I've never edited an ad for a business unless you count the little sponsored segments that I do in my videos. What boom arm is that with the SM7B? This is the Gator Frameworks, I think 3000 series. I'll tell you in a second. I think it's the Gator Frameworks. It's the one that came recommended on Amazon with the SM7B. So I ended up getting this and the boom arm and then also the cloud lifter all at the same time. Let's see here. Where are my orders? There's my orders. There it is. Gator Frameworks Deluxe Desk Mount. Yeah, the 3000 series. So if you go on Amazon and you look up Gator Frameworks, they got a whole bunch of stuff. Stuff that like could actually be really useful. They've got monitor stands for like, you know, audio monitors that at some point I may pick up. But yeah, it's Gator Frameworks desk mounted broadcast microphone boom stand. 3000 series. They have like 4 different ones. Yeah, but yeah, no, I really like this thing. It's great because like each joint has adjustable knobs on it to help with the tension. And it's a built-in XLR cable, so it's already pre-routed. The only bad thing about that is sometimes, case in point, the boom arm that my Deity is on has a built-in XLR cable that went bad, so I'm using a different XLR cable for it. So that's the only downside to having a built-in XLR cable, but it's super long. It's like a 25-foot cord. Yeah, but it's a great boom stand. I'm liking it. I'm not liking where it's mounted, but in my space I have very limited options here. I'm thinking when I move spaces, I will be able to kind of reorganize. So. Oh, let's see here. Jay Lippman, no internet issues this time. So far, so good. It seems I'm not getting the alert. Nobody has complained about how everything looks. So I think we're good. Let's get him to 100K. Oh God, that would be awesome. I'm aiming, one step at a time. Let's get me to 40K. Got to get back to work, joining the Discord and any other resources I can. Thank you for your time. Thank you so much, East County Rider. I really, really appreciate it. Have a good one. Okay, Jay Littman, how do you feel about music under narration for how-to videos? I usually will start with it in the beginning of segment, but within about 20 seconds, I've faded away. Your thoughts? So I like it. I like having music in the background of my videos, but I don't think it's I don't think it works for everybody. Like, honestly, if Gerald Undone put music in his videos, I would be super weirded out. Like, his videos are perfect without without it. But like, my videos, I think sound better with the music in there. Some people disagree, but whatever. But yeah, I think music can work as long as it's like the right music, right? You don't want it distracting from the dialogue. So you want something that's nice, like for in the background. You don't want it too overpowering, but yeah, I think, everything creative is subjective. So if you like it, use it. Case in point, I was putting the video that's coming out Monday. I was putting that together, and it was super, like, I thought the video was going to be horrible just based off like the dialogue and how I cut it together and everything. And then I put the music in there and it became an entirely new video. Like, it actually gave kind of some additional energy to the video. So I think, I think it's a case by case basis thing, but I don't have a problem with it normally as long as, as long as it's used intelligently. How many lights do you own? Ooh, good question. I own 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think. I own 7. I typically use 4. So my main key light is a Fosaton. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a little flexible LED panel that's sitting right here. Right here using as a fill light, sorta. I'm using a Nanlite Pavo Tube 6C2. And then I've got another one of the Pavo tubes over here, and that's how I'm getting the teal on the walls. So you can see it shining on my hands. And then I didn't put it up this time because it's kind of blocked by the boom arm, but I typically have this little guy, the Aperture ML-MX, posted right up here, kind of shining down on my gear. What is this doing here? This doesn't need to be here. Let's put that with the stack. And then I have the ALM9 around here somewhere, which I just break out if I need some additional lighting for something. So 7, I own 7. I have 2 more LED panels that are sitting below this table back here. Let's see here. Do you do different takes when you screw up a demo on Resolve? If so, how do you deal with different positions of the mouse without looking like it's jumping all over the place? So the way that I record my videos is I record everything in sections. So like, I typically will like say either a really long sentence or a couple sentences together. I speak in paragraphs, right? So I'll say one paragraph or one statement, and then I'll wait, and then I'll do another one. So if I'm doing a Davinci Resolve tutorial, I just pay really close attention to where the mouse was at the end of the statement so that if I have to redo the next statement, I can put the mouse in, in relatively the same space. But that being said, the distance a mouse can move in one frame is incredible. Like it's a lot. So you don't have to worry about that too much. But yeah, I do multiple takes. I do screw up all the time, which makes editing kind of annoying. But yeah, I definitely wow, can't talk. I definitely do multiple takes, but I try and pay attention to where the mouse is at the end of each little talking segment. But if I screw that up, it's not a big deal because of how far a mouse can move in one frame. It makes it so that basically no matter what you do, unless you're going from like one end of the screen to the other in one frame, in that case, you might run into an issue. But if it's just like an inch or two off, it's not going to make that big of a deal. It wasn't an internet issue. It was Streamlabs. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. I think we can give him some more likes in the meantime. Yes, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, please give it a like. I think the background music is dependent on how loud the music is. Yeah, 100%. I keep mine really, really low. Like, so normalized for YouTube, my voice is usually maxed out at about -3 dB. I have my music all the way down at like -30. So yeah. Jay said, dude. Yeah. Yes, I did. Hey, Tech Examined. Hello from sunny Florida. Hello, sir. From rainy Maryland. It's been raining all day here. I'm going to go walk and enjoy the beautiful day. Thank you. Thank you for all the help. Love your channel. Been subscribed for a while. Lewis Cox, thank you so much. Thanks for your great questions, and have fun on your walk. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Matt Jackson says, it's funny how each channel is different. I use a couple of rechargeable work lights from Harbor Freight. We are usually under a car or in a field at night and just need light to be fancy. Yeah, that's true. It doesn't need to be fancy. There you go. Yeah, that's true. You know, it depends on what your needs are. I do most of my stuff in here, and so I actually, you know, I have like video specific lights. The only thing I would be careful of, Matt, is if you start getting LED lights, you want to make sure that they're okay for video, because a lot of LED lights flicker. So you want to get lights that are specifically for video that are flicker free. So, you know what, real quick, guys, it's 2:40 and I haven't even looked at the form, but that's okay, because we have no submissions. So we'll continue with the chat. All right. You mentioned that YouTube 1080 episodes render poorly. I've been freaking out trying to find a bitrate to stop my latest 1080 episode from looking like Minecraft. I will stick to 4K, and I will from now on. Yeah. I would definitely recommend 4K over 1080. Josh Haynes with the best question. Wrong. There we go. Do you ever get sick of your face when editing? Yes. 1,000% all the time. I get really sick of my face. I'm tired of editing myself. I'm tired of it. Yeah. I get sick of my face all the time. It's just like, God, when will this guy shut up? Especially if you are like, if I'm going over like a section of a video where I had to like redo it multiple times. And I'm like trying to find the take that works best. That's when I get the sickest of myself. It's horrible. So, but yes. And Joe, hey Jay, I'm having audio issues on my rendered videos in Resolve. The audio sort of buzzes and cuts out for like a second in random areas. Any fix? Ooh, that sounds like it might be an audio card issue. I haven't had that problem. If somebody in the chat has had that problem, let me know. The only audio problem I've really ever had after render is like weird artifacts, which happens when you like normalize for YouTube especially, and you export in 16-bit audio. Then it can sound weird. It doesn't buzz and cut out, but it does sound weird. So changing to 24-bit audio will help that. But as far as buzzing and cutting out, I'm not sure, especially if it sounded fine when you were editing. Yeah, sorry, man. I don't know. That sounds like it might be a sound card issue. You want to talk weather? I live in the UK where we're at Olympic standards. Yeah, it's true. That's true. CFLs will flicker too. 100% CFLs will flicker. EC Sanka, hello, are you a daddy again? No, we're waiting. We're waiting. I was kind of half expecting for Arian to pop in the chat and just be like, hey, we gotta go. But no, we're ready. We're ready. We got the hospital bag is packed. Like we're ready to go. We figured out who's taking care of the kid while we're at the hospital. Like everything's figured out. We just gotta, we just need this baby to come. The only thing we still need to do is get the bassinet out of the attic. We are having a hard time finding it. So that's gonna be that's like our last like really big thing that we got to do. All right. Hello. Can you make a tutorial about tracking sound? Example, I have a 3D plane and I want the sound effect to be synchron with the plane movement's distance. Ooh, that's, yeah, I should put that on the list. That's a really good idea. I could potentially do that. Yes. Yeah, 100%. I will put that on the list for sure. I have an LED light and did not know it would flicker until I was ready to shoot my first video. I was a little ticked when I realized what was happening. Thanks for bringing up the issue. No problem, Gordo. Glad I could help. Yeah. You want to make sure that the LED lights that you get are flicker free. That is super, super important. Same with CFL. CFLs will definitely flicker as well. Incandescent and halogen, you're usually pretty good, but any kind of electronically controlled light can flicker. So. Ooh, Frank talking. Use H.265 and set the bit rate to 2000 and the frame rate. Yeah. Oh, to 2000 times the frame rate. Better in 4K. Yeah, actually, the funny thing is not this coming Monday, but the Monday after, my video is all about my export settings for YouTube. And the whole reason why I came up with it is because people were, I've noticed a lot of people complaining on Twitter about how long it takes their videos to process to 4K on YouTube. And I was like, it's gotta be an export setting, right? Cause like I will upload a video in 4K to YouTube and it literally will process, like if it's a 3-minute video, it processes to 4K in 2 minutes. Like from the second I drop it in there, so it starts uploading. So from the start of the upload to the final processing to 4K takes 2 minutes on a 3-minute video. So obviously it's a little bit longer when you get a longer video, but like 2 minutes for a 3-minute video isn't bad. Like that's pretty quick. So I was like, it's gotta be an export setting. So I went ahead and I made a video about all my export settings. So if you're interested in that, 2 weeks from, not today, 2 weeks from this past Monday. So not this Monday, but the next Monday, that video will be coming out. It's already filmed and everything. Let's see. Wait, I literally look at myself and when I make mistakes, I say, look at this stupid guy. He's so dumb for making such a mistake. Oh man. Do you recommend upscaling 1080p to 4K for YouTube? I personally did that when I was shooting in 4K. Now I'm kind of going in the opposite direction. I'm shooting in 6K and down and exporting in 4K. But yeah, I actually use the super scale feature in Davinci Resolve Studio when I was shooting 1080, and I would upload in 4K every time, just because it looks better. So, all right. Let's see here. IJ, is it a better way to do 1080 to make it look better? I'm using Sony a6000 and 4K. It's not an option for me right now. If you're talking about for YouTube, Not really. Using H.265 will help because the whole point of H.265 is to smaller files, better quality. That's the whole deal there. It's meant so you can upload smaller files to the internet, but retain as much of the original quality as possible, and that will help. But doing that with 4K will still make it better. So, I shoot at 1080, but then in the Deliver tab, select Ultra HD as the output, and then it's 4K. Yep. I found the shortcut I asked you the other day. Shift V selects the clip. Oh, yes. There you go. I render my episodes in Resolve H.264 and then transcode to H.265 with Handbrake. Excellent image quality with small file size. Yep, that's the way to do it. Unfortunately, the free version in Resolve does not allow you to export at H.265 because it requires GPU acceleration. So, Jay Lippman, what is holographic audio? Holographic audio. What is holographic audio? That's a great question. Let's find out. Why is my caps lock on? Holographic audio. It's something in a, one, it's an audio company of some sort that's based in a country other than the US. It looks like they make an audio interface of some kind, but I'd have to look into it. I did find an article. Nope, that's a podcast. So I don't know. I'll have to look into it. It's something that like audiophiles really, really, really like. So. Oh, where are we? My Panasonic GH5 shoots H.265. I discovered that Resolve really hates editing H.265. I have now gone all intra, and the editing and rendering speeds are off the chart. Yep. Yeah, Resolve does not like it. It's not just Resolve, by the way. It's anything. Because the thing that really affects playback in any NLE is the amount of compression on the file that you're working with. H.265 is highly compressed. It takes a lot more to decode that so you can edit it than, say, RAW or, let's look at the two extremes. You got H.265, which is super, super, super compressed, and so it's a pain in the butt to work with. And then you've got RAW, which is either completely uncompressed or slightly compressed and has a different type of compression, and it works like a dream, right? So that's there you go. When your caps is on and it looks like you're shouting at everyone about everything. Yep. I had a friend who worked, she was a medical encoder, right? So like her caps lock just stayed on all day because she had to type on her forms in all caps. And we would talk on like Facebook Messenger or whatever we were talking on back then. And she would message in all caps. And I'm like, why are you shouting? What did I do? Jay Littman, if you YouTube holographic audio, you'll find some videos with some of the cleanest audio you've ever heard. It sounds real, but requires headphones. Yeah, it's all about the imaging of the audio placement. It's kind of sort of ish like surround sound, but more fancy. Yeah. H.265 is a delivery codec. ProRes or DNX, etc. are editing codecs. Exactly. And if you have no idea what Jim is talking about, there's actually a video on my channel called like how to understand your video files, where I break down I break down the different types of codecs, compression, what does 8-bit versus 10-bit and 12-bit mean, what does 422 and 444 and 420 mean. I break it all down. It's a long video, but super informative. So if you want to watch that, you should. Immersive sound is what we call it in USA. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm slowly getting that lesson of H.265. I just wanted small file sizes on my SD cards. Tomorrow I get a Ninja 5 display with 1 terabyte hard drive, so I won't have to worry about file sizes. Yes. Oh crap, I'm late. Yes, you are, Leela, but hello. Jay Littman, from what I understand, they're using a stereo mic setup and the mics are modeled to replicate a human ear and distances from them to an average head size. Which is why, which is why it's supposed to sound so real. Yep. 10 more minutes. Yeah, at least. Maybe. Oh, I need water. The boss is here, Jay. 10 minutes. You notice that she said 10 minutes, 5 minutes. From when the end of the stream is supposed to be, which is why she's saying 10 minutes, because she wants me to stay for an extra 5 minutes. So is baby. Hello, Leela. Where is Darren? That's true. There is Darren. Matt Jackson, 4-minute warning. Oh my God. How far ahead or behind are you from the UK? I know I'm 6 hours behind the Netherlands. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's find out. What time is it in London? Why not? So 4 hours looks like. Yeah, 4 hours behind London. At least. So, yeah, there you go. Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay. I got to get in the pool. So, yeah, 3-minute warning. I do not work on your schedule. Jalen, I've been wondering, why don't major films use this holographic audio trick? It sounds absolutely amazing. And has been around for years. I don't know. That's a great question, though. Man, I really want to thank you for all your work. You changed my life editing. Thank you. Woo. Thank you. I am editing in Davinci Resolve Studio. You are so good in explaining. God bless you and your family. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. There's 5 hours between us till this weekend. Oh, good to know. Wait till you see some of the pics I got today. Ooh, I want to see them. Darren probably thought you must have had your baby and would not be live today, my guess. Yeah, it's potential. I did say last week that there was a high probability that I would not be here this week. So, you never know. I didn't even know. Like, I scheduled this stream, and even like this morning, I was like, I honestly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we're going to make it to the stream today. Because I didn't know. I didn't know what's going to happen. It's crazy. It's one of those, like, this could happen at any minute. And I just don't know. Sexy pool pics. Can you tell? Oh, here we go. This baby has been coming for months. You got no idea. This baby is already bigger than our first kid was at birth. And it's not here yet. So, like, yeah, we're ready. We're just ready. Like, we're close to the actual due date at this point. And the first kid was early. The second kid is usually earlier than the first. So, yeah, we're kind of expecting this baby to come like any day now. All right, here we go. What's this question? Jay Littman, can you tell or care when you see people cheat shots like using digital panning versus actually panning with camera? Your thoughts? I think it depends on the shot. I think there are some shots where it can work out and it doesn't really matter. And then there's some times when it's just like, no. Like, for instance, I've got a couple I've got a couple of shots in a video where it's like it was a PNG of a web page, and I'm digitally scrolling down that web page and it looks fine. But I've done others where I do like a digital pan on a still shot and it looked horrible. So it really depends. I was really hoping you weren't going to make it because I need Arian to be released. Oh, that's so funny. I hear childbirth is like shelling peas. I've never shelled peas, so I don't know what that means. You got to live stream the birth? That is not happening. That is 110% not happening. And I'm 100% hoping their estimated weight is an overestimation. Panning and other things are done in Hollywood all the time. Most camera shake is done in post. Yep, this is true. This is true. I think it really depends on the shot and how well you do it. Let's see here. Shoot a vlog of the birth? No. Arian would kill me. It would be, yeah, definitely not. Let's make bets of the weight and length of the baby. If you guys want to make bets, that's fine with me. Is there actually a way to import Gifs into Davinci Resolve? I've honestly never tried it. I have no idea. Leela, Blackmagic sponsored the birth live stream. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes, in 6K. Oh, you guys are crazy. Hey, Brian McFarland, what's going on? Hello, hello. Sheriff Vlogs, what's going on? You guys are just in time. I'm going to be wrapping up here soon. I don't know how soon, but soon. He tries video or live stream of the birth, and I'm replacing my support person. Yep, see? Definitely not happening. We were out on a boat today doing some seashells and snorkeling. Ooh, that's fun. The wife saw some people as we were leaving and was like, hey, how did they get here? Oh my God. Jay Littman, I have looked into Gifs. You have to use a third-party program to break it up into single images, then recreate the GIF in Resolve using those frames. Ah, thank you, Mr. Miles. It's good to know. Is sound design really needed? No, 100% not for that. No. Is the best audio format for Resolve MP3, AAC, or M4A? WAV. Uncompressed WAV files are the best. I delivered a baby. Oh, God, that's weird. I don't. Ugh. Oh, man. That's. Yeah. Yeah. Best wishes for you and your wife, Jake. God bless you. Thank you so much, EC Sunk. I really appreciate that. Jay Littman, hey Jay, when buying a computer, how do you... Hey Jay, when buying a computer, do you buy now or do you wait for a particular CPU, graphics card, etc.? I think if you mean me specifically, I would just call these guys. I would set up a call with these guys, and you just tell them like what your workflow is and what you need the computer for, and they'll design the system for you. That's my personal preference. As far as like, should you buy now or wait for like a particular part to come out? Look, there's always going to be something that's making what you're using now obsolete. I subscribe to the mentality of the everyday dad. If you need it now, buy it now. Something will always be coming out, right? Like we see this with phones, cameras, computers, all the time. Something will always be coming out to make whatever you're looking at now obsolete. So if you need it and you can afford it, then buy it now. Jalen, what about FLAC files? Better than Wave? I haven't worked much with FLAC files, actually. I went cheap and read Puget specs and bought parts. There you go. That's great. Yeah, absolutely. Hi from Central Europe. Try to use tablet pen for editing. No mouse. I've actually never used a tablet for editing. I've always wanted to try it, but I've never done it. But I can do like no mouse rough cuts, which is always fun. If it's a Mac, you might want to wait for the M1 to evolve. I actually agree with that. Make sure to give your first kid a cool gift when new baby is born, so it's not jealous of the second kid. Maybe even say hi from the new kid. We do have a gift for the kid, so yeah, that is taken care of. No, I'm going to wait. Yeah, unless you're Leela, in which case, if you need it right now, then you need to like overthink it for 6 months and then buy it. Does Puget Systems also help out with choosing laptops? No, they build custom PCs. So basically, the way it works is you set up a consultation with them, and then you describe the thing. You describe your workflow, like what you need it for. Is it video editing? Is it gaming? Is it photo editing? Is it effects work? You describe your entire workflow. And based on the information you give them, they will design a system for you, and then they'll build it for you and ship it to you. And then not only are you getting something that's tailor-made for what you do, and I know this sounds like a sponsored segment. It's not. Puget Systems does sponsor me, but not this live stream. But yeah, you'll get a computer that's completely designed for what you do. And also you get lifetime support. So that's always really, really helpful to have. But yeah, that's the deal with Puget. So no, they don't help you like pick out laptops or anything that's pre-built. So new PC equals wait for the M1X from Apple. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm looking around to replace my current PC laptop, which is 2013. Ooh, I know, pretty old. Thinking about 17-inch laptop. Do you think 1080p screen is okay for 17-inch? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think for a 17-inch laptop, a 1080p display is okay. My laptop is an Asus Zephyrus G14. Awesome with AMD processor and NVIDIA graphics card. That is the magical combination. More powerful than many desktop computers. I've heard about the Zephyrus laptops. I've heard they're amazing. What GPU do you use? My computer has two NVIDIA 2080 Supers. Can I ask something else? Do you watch sports? NHL, NFL, NBA, or MLB? NHL and NFL. I am a Caps fan, and I am a Ravens fan. Yeah, I'm the worst when it comes to doing big purchases, and I hate how much choice there is when it comes to tech, and there's new tech every month. I can never decide. I understand that. I sort of go through that too. It depends on what it is. It really does depend on what it is. Like there are certain things where it's like, I know what I want. Like I immediately know what I want. But I'll tell you, I researched cameras for a really long time before I landed on the Pocket Cinema camera. So I've got an external monitor to plug into the laptop. Oh, there you go. That's good. I make him do tech research for me all the time because I can never decide on this stuff either. Yep, that's me. I'm the research guy. I'm liking the Ryzen 4800H, but I know the 5800H is out. Any thoughts on those? Not really. Sorry. strangely enough, I actually have I have an Intel processor in my computer, so there's that. Because I wanted Thunderbolt 3. I spent like $1,500 on a CyberPower PC and it hurt, but I love it. Spent over $2K on my Sony a6600 and it hurt, but I love it. Lots of research over and over. Yeah, I mean, do your research. That's the thing. Like, don't just buy something because it's hyped up. Like, I knew I wanted this mic because I had used it before, right? I've worked with it extensively. I did a lot of research before I bought the Deity. I did a lot of research before I bought basically everything that I've bought. I've researched a lot, but I'm like constantly researching things. I'm not necessarily shopping around for things, but I am constantly researching things that are like important to what I do, so that when it is time to buy something, it can be a quick decision, right? Like, I don't like being like, okay, I need this, and now I have to start the research. I'm just constantly researching. I like all the time. I am constantly researching. So that's why it seems like I make quick decisions when it comes to buying, but they're not quick decisions. Oh, let's see here. Is this really going to be the last live stream? We don't know. We have no idea. But if the baby comes, this will be the last one for you know, and for a little bit. Probably, you know, at least a month. Imagine if he just left forever, like Ed Sheeran said he would after he'd become a dad. Oh man. God, that would be weird if I just like, okay, baby's here, peace, and just never, ever come back. Now I'll be back probably in about a month, right? Like, if the baby's still not here next Wednesday, I'll be here next Wednesday. But yeah, other than that, you know, once the baby's here, I'll be gone for at least a month. So. Am I late? Yeah, about an hour and 12 minutes late. Brian McFarland, what's going on? Let's see. Hey, Jay, been a video guy and wait, hold on. Let's see here. Hey, Jay, being a video guy and parent, do you have any strategy for videoing taking pictures of the baby? Like first steps? I know a lot of parents that have millions of pics. I am not the photographer. I'm a video guy. Arian is the photographer. She loves taking video. I did capture Kaylin's first steps. But actually they weren't even her first steps. That's the thing. Let me explain something about this whole like capturing the first steps and the first this and the first word and all that stuff. What you are actually doing is not capturing the first, because in order to do that, you should just strap a GoPro to your head with a battery pack and have it on all the time. Because really what happens is, out of the blue, a kid does something for the first time and you're just like, holy crap. And you run and you grab a camera and you turn it on and try your best to get them to do it again. And then you say, they took their first steps all over Facebook, and everybody's like, oh, but really it's like, you know, the second or third time because you couldn't find your damn camera after the first time they did it. That's how it works. So no. I don't have any. Just keep your camera handy so that when the baby does something new and cute, you can grab it as quickly as possible and do the picture or the video or anything. So there you go. That's my thing. I did not expect that to be a rant, but you know, there you go. There you go. That's my thing. This is why you should have them under 24 recorded surveillance. No, occasionally people do capture the first. Yeah, maybe that's true. Sometimes some of the first thing, like first word, I feel like is easier to capture, especially like now that we have phones on us 24/7 and we can just pop it out because you can see when the baby's getting ready to say something, right? Because they're thinking really hard and you're not sure if they're going to say something or poop. But it's going to be one of them. Yeah. So like first word, but first steps, like, well, sometimes like you can see them wobbling, but by that point they've been wobbling for about a month, right? And they're standing and they're wobbling and they're thinking really hard about wanting to take a step, but they fall on their butt for about a month. So like the time that they take their first step, like this is what happened with Kaylin. I'm in the room and we're practicing standing and like I'm letting go and she's wobbling and I'm waiting for her to fall on her butt. And all of a sudden she puts one foot in front of the other. And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, where's my phone? And so like the video that I have of her like walking for the first time is actually like the second set of steps that she took. It was in the same day. It was within 1 minute of her first steps, but yeah. Yeah. So I value privacy too much over money. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, I am not 360 recording the birth. That's not happening. I don't even have a 360 camera. Everything has a price. We just need to figure out which one works for you. There isn't one. There isn't one. Most can tell we don't have kids. After 20 years, most people don't remember those details, so they say it's the first and believe it themselves. In 20 years, if you have video of your kid walking, you can tell people it's the first steps. Nobody will know the difference. That's 100% true. $6,600 is my next step. Ooh, it's a good camera. And I'm sure my old laptop is going to regret that from power processing perspective. It might not. It depends on, it really depends on the level of compression on your footage. Getting back to, why we're here in the first place. Oh man, that was a fun little rant, wasn't it? My little parenthood rant. Just get ready, in a month. In a month when I'm just overexhausted from having two kids, one of them, being an incoherent little poop machine. Just wait. There's going to be some rants coming. It's going to be fun. This is going to be a fun channel. We're going to turn into a parental comedy channel after that. Hey, Jay, do you prefer Resolve over Premiere Pro? Yeah, I do. I do. That's why like half my videos are Resolve tutorials. I'm now look, that's not to say Premiere Pro is bad. Premiere Pro is a great piece of software. Best is subjective. It all depends on what works better for your own brain. And Davinci Resolve matched my brain better than Premiere Pro did. Really. And that's nothing against Premiere Pro, like I said. It's just, the way my brain works, it works better with Resolve than it does with Premiere. So there you go. I still use my LG V30 Thin Cube for a camera. God, the LG, that was such a great phone. That was with such a great camera. I miss that phone. Has anybody used any 8mm to digital service like Legacy Box? I have not, but I've heard good things. I've heard good things about Legacy Box. Hey, Jay, I already saw that. Now I need to buy the camera to make sure the $500 will be spent on what's intended for. Oh, there you go. Even though I'm an amateur, I can tell a difference between bit rates of 420 and 420 and 422 with capturing video on my camera. I'm guessing Blackmagic 12-bit is miles better. Yep. Yeah. Frank, I've got a video that just it explains it all. But the bit rate 8, 10, 12, that is how many shades of red, green, and blue there are, which then determines how many different color combinations you can have. So the higher the bit rate, the more shades of color and the more color combinations you can have, which makes it so much easier to work with in post because you can push the video farther and you can get cleaner qualifications on things like skin and whatever else. When it comes to 420, 422, 444, that actually has to do with this sensor, and it describes how this sensor is capturing color. So 420 means that each pixel row in the sensor is 4 pixels long. And out of the top row, 2 of those pixels are capturing color, and out of the bottom row, none of them are capturing color. And then 422, same thing, 4 pixel row. The top row is, you got 2. Yeah, you got 2 pixels capturing color and 2 pixels on the bottom row capturing color. And then 444 is out of that 4 pixel row, all of the pixels on the top and all of the pixels on the bottom are capturing color. So there you go. That's the quick version. I did have a V30. It was, it was a fun one. Jay, are you still selling that shirt you're wearing? I am. It's actually in the pinned, it's in the pinned comment, in the chat. Is that shirt. And also, actually, I don't know if it's this one, because I don't know if it has the thin create and then the bold be happy. This exact one is for sale on my website. I don't even know how many likes we got. We got 24 people watching, apparently. What do we got? 20 likes. Not bad. I'm happy with that. I'm definitely happy with that. Oh my God, the chat. Let's see. Should I restrict the quality of video to higher rate when rendering for YouTube? I like doing variable bitrate best quality personally. So I don't see a pinned comment, but I'm on my phone. Oh, that might be it. If you go to my website, go to the merch page on my website, jlippman.com. It's right here. It's right here. If you go to that and go to the merch site, the merch page, then you should be able to order it. Yeah. I wish comments could be edited. Sorry about my misspelling. English is not my first language, and what I have is by ear. Nah, no problem. No problem whatsoever. All right, guys, last call for questions. 3:30, we're calling it quits. I got to help Arian with something before I leave to go pick up the kid. And it's raining out, which means I got to leave at 4 o'clock instead of 4:30. So, last call for questions. jlippman.com/merch. Thank you so much, Leela. Yeah, guys, if you want to pick up any of my merch, just click that. You can get this shirt. I believe you can get the J Cuts t-shirt as well, which I wear all the time. Very comfortable, by the way. These are some of my most comfortable shirts that I own. Name the baby after me. Oh man. I don't know about that. I don't know. Hey Jay, what YouTube fan film has impressed you the most recently? I actually haven't seen any recently. It's a good question though. YouTube fan film. What about you guys? If you guys have watched any YouTube fan films, you should put them down. Name it after me. We are looking for a girl's name. Oh man. Let's see. Jay Lippman, you should do more VFX tutorials. The Nightcrawler effect is my first ever try on Davinci Resolve. Yeah, I like doing the VFX, like the kinds of, like the Nightcrawler one where the effect itself was already made. I love doing tutorials like that. So yeah, Let's figure it out. I did one where I created a scene where like my studio was on fire. So you might want to check that one out. But yeah, I should do more of those. You're absolutely right. What's a YouTube fan film? YouTube fan films are like where name the baby doctor, get the best seats in the restaurant. That's a great question, actually. That's a great. And also, you know, because I'm obsessed with Doctor Who, so we should just name it The Doctor. Anyway, YouTube fan film is like where a YouTuber makes kind of a film based off of another movie, or a TV show or something like that, or a comic book. They make a film, you know, based on that. So it's not like a Hollywood film. It's people doing fan films. It's fans of things making films about said thing. If that makes sense. Name the baby Davinci. Oh my God. Are we naming the baby now? What is your favorite movie of all time? Ooh, good question. Favorite movie of all time. I got to go with Fight Club. Fight Club is definitely, yeah, Fight Club is my favorite movie of all time. Fun fact. The author of the Fight Club book, and this is like one of the first times that I know of this has ever happened. The author of Fight Club said that if he could go back, he would rewrite the book to better reflect the movie because the movie was so much better than the book. Crazy, right? Usually authors get really, really mad about how filmmakers like portray their books. Not in this case. So like, that's awesome. But yeah, Fight Club, favorite movie of all time. Which Doctor Who do you like? Only one correct answer? Yeah, there is only one correct answer. They're all the Doctor. That is the correct answer. So, yeah. And also, are you talking about like which actor is my favorite? They're all the Doctor. That is my answer for that. But are you talking like, do I like the classic or the reboot better? Because I have more experience with the reboot because it's really hard to find the classic episodes. So, yeah. But I really, 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 really love Doctor Who. Let's see. I love the particle effect one. I'm still doing particle effects even today. We'll check and still check. Nice. Breakfast Club. Great. Great movie. The Godfather. Classic. We both like club movies. Oh my God. We should make t-shirts. From an editing perspective, which movies would you suggest to learn from to study? Ooh, that's a good question. All of them, every single one. No, and I'm actually semi-serious when I say that. Honestly, from an editing perspective, I would say just watch your favorites, right? Like if you have a favorite movie or a favorite director or not necessarily. Well, yeah, because oftentimes directors will reuse the same editors for different films. So if you have a favorite movie or a favorite series of movies or a favorite director, I would watch every single one of those movies and study. Because like if those are the films, like the types of films you want to make, especially, I would definitely just study every single one of those. Frank talking, sneaky answer. It's a true answer. They're all the Doctor. But one could argue River Song to be better. Ooh, Arian getting into the mix. Jay Littman, you can name it Rose, Ultimate Doctor Tribute. I tried to go with the Doctor Who reference at one point. I don't remember what it was. Amelia. That's what it was. Rose would be good. Hey, Jay, what is your favorite movie sequel? Ooh, you guys are hitting me with the hard. Which is your Doctor? As in the first one was Chris Eccleston. That he was my first Doctor. The Doctor that really, really, really got me interested in Doctor Who was David Tennant. Peter Capaldi, I ended up loving by the end. But that's kind of the cycle, right? Like new doctor comes on, you hate it. Then you're like, he's okay. And then by the end, you're like, no, don't go away. It's too soon. So, but David Tennant was the one where I was like, this is my new favorite show. So I would probably have to say David Tennant. Forrest Gump is good. All right. Favorite movie sequel, which will be the last one. Why did I even have to think about that? Favorite movie sequel, Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Boom. And with that, oh, has anyone named their kid Clarice? Ooh, Clarice, Bad Wolf. Oh, Bad Wolf. That's a goodie. That's a good one. Mr. Miles, you may have that. Bad Wolf. That would be a good boxer name, right? Like, you know how like boxer names always have a nickname in between like the first name and the last name. Like my old bass player's dog was named Mickey the Boss O'Malley, which was awesome. Yeah, we get a Bad Wolf as like the in-between nickname. That'd be great. Don't do this. Anyway, guys. Easy, the best sequel ever. Good choice. Yeah, come on. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. It's one of the few movies where it's like one of the few sequels where I actually liked it better than the original. So there you go. All right, guys. It's 3:30. I got to help Arian with some stuff before I leave to go pick up the kid. So this may be the last time you see me for a while. I hope it's the last time you see me for a while. Not that I don't love you guys, because I do, but, I want this baby to get here. So with that, why was I clutching my chest? That was really weird. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for all the well wishes. Thank you for continuing to make Wednesdays my favorite day of the week. I love you guys to death. Make sure you keep an eye out for Monday's video, which is all about basically peeling back the curtain on all of the software and all of the websites that I use in my video creation and YouTubing life. Peeling back the curtain on that, letting you guys into that side of things. Keep an eye out for that. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this stream, please like the stream. And if you are not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, ring the bell so you don't miss anything. With that, guys, love you to death. And I'll see you in the next one.